As the holidays are approaching, it's very normal to feel alone right now. During quarantine, a lot of us have cut off people that no longer resonate with where we're heading in life. Old friends, relationships, even family can get in the way from us evolving to where we feel we must be. I feel alone, and I'm not afraid to admit that, as I'm sure a lot of us feel that way, but we're too afraid to admit it. It's important that we find home within ourselves so that we don't rely on codependent relationships to satisfy us and the way we are looking to be satisfied within. Our soul truly craves for us to find home within ourselves, and as long as we look to voids and external forces to fill what it is that we're truly looking for inside, we will always be empty. We need time to be able to process everything we have been through thus far so that we can learn the messages, we can learn what is here to teach us. We can reflect on what we learned from certain people who are no longer a part of our lives so that we don't make the same mistake or that we have to relearn the lesson again. It's important that we have time to process what we've been through so that we don't have to repeat it. And we just need to trust that everyone that has fallen off, every job that didn't make the cut within our souls, is just meant to be. We just need to trust in this time of being alone that this is where we're meant to be right now for our spirit in order to heal, in order to come deeper within ourselves. We must trust that it will pay off. We must trust that there is a meaning and there is a reason for it. And as much as I try to resist the fact that a lot of this is very independent, a lot of this is just me dealing with myself, a lot of it is just me facing myself, I understand I can't have friendships like a normal 23-year-olds. And I don't go out to parties like drinking and whatever. And sometimes I wish I could be normal and do those things and allow myself to feel content by surface level connections, but I just can't. And I'm learning not to shame myself anymore for that. So yes, it does get lonely because I choose not to allow anyone in who's going to hold me down. I choose not to allow myself to be codependent on people who won't give me the time of day. I choose to wait, to focus on myself and give myself the love I need so that when love does arrive for me in friends or in a relationship, that I may be able to receive it. I'm not settling. I'm not settling for relationships that bring me down and suck the energy out of me. It's better to be alone than be with people who are draining you. So yes, sometimes we have to be alone on this journey, and that's okay. Being alone is a crucial part of our spiritual journeys, and it's not easy. It's not easy seeing so many other humans outside of us going to live music or surrounding themselves with alcohol and friends, laughs. We feel as if something might be wrong with us. And that's completely normal to feel, and I feel with you. We're not meant to conform to this society that's telling us all to be the same. And if you need time alone to reflect on what you've been through because you're sensitive and you're vulnerable and you want to heal and you want time to yourself to come back home, that is okay and that is recognized. We compare ourselves to everything that the normal human is doing or what we feel that we must be doing. But your path that you're on is unique, and you chose it for a reason. We don't have to compare our path to other people's paths thinking that something is wrong with us. Everyone is on their own journey, and when we learn to stop comparing ourselves to other people, we can find true happiness and understanding that everything is unfolding perfectly. Everything is working out in our favor. When I work one-on-one with some of my clients, it helps me feel less alone. It helps me recognize that everything I'm going through is not just me going through it. It is totally normal to feel whatever you're feeling. We live in this world of division, where technology is the closest thing to connection that we have, because in person, so many people are afraid of each other. So many people are afraid of looking others in the eye. But I haven't felt more disconnected from humanity as I have than on my cell phone. And technology is where I personally feel most alone, because most people aren't even interested in authentic connections. They're just interested in getting likes on their photos or engagement on their videos. And that's why it feels so lonely. And a lot of us are not getting the authentic connections that we need because we're living in our phones. Our phones are the closest things to connection connection that we have, which is very sad, but it connects us to a lot of people who are going through what we're going through. But why are we living in this world of social media on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, of putting ourselves out there in a way that's so extreme in order to receive attention because we feel alone? And when someone acknowledges us, we feel like we're worthy. It's a pretty fucked up system that we're living in, but we must be aware that the truest connections come from seeing each other through this corrupt system and being able to be here for each other and not wanting anything from that. Just being able to be present as humans, human to human, on this journey. And being able to recognize where the other is, no matter how many followers they have. We're all in this together. And we need to stop acting like it's a competition. We need to stop getting people's attention just for the sake of them noticing us. I feel like a lot of people don't understand like what is going on in the world right now, and they pretend to be okay. And I just want to let you know that it's okay not to be okay. I've been feeling those emotions a lot this week, and just accepting the fact that it can get really depressing and it can get really lonely. But we just gotta keep going, and we just gotta keep trusting, and we just gotta know that the right people will come to us. And I'm so thankful every time I put these videos out, there are people who resonate. There's so much around us to be grateful for. The way that the wind rushes through our hair, or the way that we have a house over our heads, or we have trees, and we're surrounded by this atmosphere that is Earth. Like, we are supported by this planet, and we're supported through angels and spirit guides. And if you feel alone, you are more than welcome to call on them. I thank you for being here. I thank you for showing up. And, yeah.